If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. Let's talk about this Roddy Ricch situation, because y'all doing my boy Roddy too dirty. So, the way it all went down is Roddy Ricch posted a new snippet on his social media, and of course, you know, Roddy Ricch just released his new album, Live Life Fast, a couple of weeks ago, or like a month ago, and people didn't like it. You know, I also said it was a pretty weak project. We expected more after him taking a 2-year hiatus and was like, yo, this next one is a masterpiece and all that. It was just a pretty mid project, but you know, he was trying to come back now. He announced Feed the Streets 3 that was coming, because he was like, yo, y'all are not gonna do me like this, y'all, you know, do me wrong, I'm about to come back and make some fire music. So he now shared a new snippet to his social media, and everyone's saying it's really weak. I didn't think it was that bad. The mixing might be off a little bit, the mastering might be off a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, how are you not gonna like this if you liked a lot of the older Roddy stuff? This is exactly what he does, this melodic type of, you know, transitioning from singing to rapping type of flow. This is what y'all like about Roddy. How are y'all gonna blame him for this now? But anyway, a lot of people had some stuff to say about this. It's trending on Twitter, has been for the last couple of hours. I was on Twitter, you know, this morning, and I just, the way people are slandering Roddy for this, to me, is just unfair, because this man really was trying to come back. He's now providing new music for y'all, and this is the way that y'all treat him. I'm not talking you specifically out there watching, but just the community on Twitter that goes against him this hard. Obviously, a lot of people had to say some stuff about this, but I do want to go over some tweets from none other than DJ Academics, who I think personally has summarized this pretty well and put this all into perspective. So let's go over the tweets that I want to read out to y'all and talk about this a little bit. So DJ Academics went on to say, y'all ain't gonna do my boy Roddy Ricch like y'all did Chance the Rapper. Y'all know he ain't mid, he just took too long to drop. If he dropped more frequently, the good stuff would rise to the top. But anticipation followed by a cool effort made us feel like, what the F did we wait for? He's obviously taking a reference to Chance the Rapper, who people say fell off after he dropped his album The Good Day, after dropping, you know, classic mixtapes before that, Coloring Book, or also Acid Rap, and you know, people say he fell off after that, and he did, that project was really not good. But I don't think Live Life Fast by Roddy Ricch is that bad. It's a mid project, it's weak, but it's not that bad. It's not like a trash project. We were just expecting more, and as Academics said, just anticipation was rising like crazy before the album dropped, and then he only delivered a cool effort, and that's why people are so upset about this. But that's not the reason why they should be upset about this new snippet. I'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go over what DJ Academics had to say as well. That Roddy Ricch just needs to get back on grind mode, and it's hard for artists to do after they've had hella success. Nobody loves you that much to wait 3 years for a project. Feed the streets often, or watch him turn on you, word to NBA Youngboy, unless you Kendrick, Frank Ocean, etc. And this is something that I talked about a lot as well. You know, these artists that think they got a big fan base, but are actually just, you know, coming off of a wave of social media hype and all that. And I'm not saying Roddy Ricch is one of those one-hit wonders, not at all. This man has proven his, you know, his foundation and his establishment in hip-hop, and he's really here as like a, you know, as a rock, as someone who's staying here for a long time. I think he's proven that on many occasions before. But maybe my take on this was also a little bit wrong before the album dropped. I thought that Roddy Ricch was someone who could pull a Kendrick, who could wait 2 years to drop a project and still get the same hype. He did get the same hype, but the project was just bad. I want to point that out. It's not like nobody cared about Roddy anymore. It's just that people had too high of expectations. So I think that the stuff that DJ Academic said is not entirely true, because people still tuned in for Roddy, but just it wasn't a good album. But if he delivered like a classic, people would have been like, yo, man, this dude is amazing. We waited 2 years and it was worth it. So that's just something I want to point out. It's not like Roddy is someone who had needed to drop very frequently, but, you know, just would have had to come through with a better record. DJ Academics also said, Roddy's reaction to his sales and everything since makes it seem like he triggered. I highly doubt that, but deleting your Twitter, etc., you know, fans and trolls look at that as we want. I hope Roddy don't get in the way of his own success. Drop music and be consistent. The stuff he's referencing here is that Roddy has since deleted his Twitter, and he posted like a story on his Instagram with like a peace emoji, like, I'm out of here. So it seems like Roddy was somehow affected by the comments that were made by, you know, thousands of people online, but it could also just mean that he's like, okay, I tried to give y'all some snippets. Y'all didn't like them. Now I'm going to go back in the studio, focus on myself, come back with something that y'all gotta like because it's a classic, and then I'll shut you up with my success. I hope that is the reason why he deleted his Twitter and was like, I'm out of here, and not because he was too triggered by all the comments. I hope that Roddy is in a position where that, shouldn't trigger him. I really do hope so for him personally, to be honest. But that's also what happened, so that's another part of this whole story that went down. He deleted his Twitter now, which was what DJ Academics was referencing here. But let's talk about this snippet for a second, though, because this snippet, as I said, go listen to it. It's everywhere. No Jumper reposted it, and you can find it on YouTube. Just search for Roddy Ricch new snippet. Y'all gonna find it. It's exactly the type of sound that people always liked about Roddy. Those down below tracks, those couple of singles in 2019, also in the album at the end of 2019. Please excuse me for being antisocial. That was the types of tracks that made him Roddy Ricch, that made him stand out. Why do y'all not like this? I'm really trying to understand this. If any of you really hated this snippet who before liked Roddy Ricch, then please let me know what you didn't like about this snippet. As I said, mastering, mixing, leveling might be a bit off. It's not done yet, it's not perfected yet, but just the general type of song he's doing. I've seen people online saying like, we need 2019 Roddy back because what the F is this? This is 2019 Roddy. This is exactly 2019 Roddy. I thought the stuff on Live Life Fast was not 2019 Roddy. That was a lot of like, 808s and just him trying to be cool rapping on these, heavy bass beats. But that wasn't, the Roddy I liked. That wasn't the Roddy that I thought, made him stand out as Roddy Ricch. But this new snippet that we got, that's exactly the type of stuff that I think we need from Roddy. So I really don't get where all the hate is coming from, but it seems like it got to him so much that he's now deleting his Twitter. But if he dropped the song, I'd be listening to it. I think that song sounds pretty strong in my opinion, and I do hope that this is on Feed the Streets 3, and I hope that Feed the Streets 3 can somehow regain him some respect in hip-hop, and some long-term respect as well, for people not to be this quick to switch up and be fans and the next second they hate on him for a snippet that they would have liked 2 years ago only if it had the timestamp 2019 on it. Let's be real. So yeah, I don't get all the hate, but I do get that this new snippet, as I said, mastering, leveling, not the best, but a pretty good snippet. So really don't get it. But he deleted his Twitter as well and was like, I'm out of here, which is a pretty weird sign. But I guess that's what we got to go with now. We got to wait till he announces a new project, Feed the Streets 3 or something. If that does come around, I'll be sure to keep y'all updated, so stay subscribed if you want to always stay up to date with these Roddy Ricch releases. This is my thoughts and this is my opinions. Now I want to know what you think about this. Are you excited for Feed the Streets 3? Did you think this snippet was so weak like everybody's saying? Do you want 2019 Roddy back? And if you didn't like the snippet and you're a long-time Roddy Ricch fan, why? Please let me know why. Yeah, so let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.